you describe the sickle cell anemia treatment that you'll be discussing today?
Yeah, I will talk about the treatment for sickle cell disease patients that we just developed at University of Illinois Hospital here in Chicago, which is a transplant of hematopoietic stem cells from compatible brothers or sisters for patients with sickle cell disease, where we can engraft, we can transplant stem cells without using any chemotherapy and cure sickle cell disease. This is a very major step forward because patients with sickle cell anemia are mostly African Americans and have chronic diseases, and quality of life is terrible. And we are actually showing that we can cure 90% of these patients with a procedure that actually has no risk of death. And so this is, I think, a very nice piece of information. We utilize this approach, and we are the only center in the country that actually has followed the initial experience at the National Institute of Health where this process was developed.
That's incredible. How do you expect stem cell protocols to progress in the hospital system in the future?
Stem cell therapy in the future will apply to multiple different areas. The history of stem cell therapy has been mostly related to blood diseases and to cancer in particular, but also some severe diseases like aplastic anemia or sickle cell anemia. The future is, scientifically speaking, potentially for autoimmune diseases, for degenerative diseases. In the system, in the United States system though, the major limitation will be the cost. And before we can prove that actually these approaches, these therapies are effective and cost effective, I think it will take a lot of time. Also, to have infrastructure in hospitals capable of delivering these therapies will also cost money. So I think the science will go faster than the policies.
What are some of the challenges that you face in regenerative medicine?
Right now, the regenerative medicine again is this kind of therapies that apply to diseases like orthopedic areas or neurologic areas. These are therapies that are not yet there. I mean, in this meeting, we heard actually that most of the people presenting these initial studies are not doing it in the United States. It's in this country, there's still which I think in some degree is a positive thing to have rules and policies that protect the patient safety and the feasibility. On the other side, we do need areas or sites that can move forward and in a very controlled manner produce initial data for the other people to follow.